Beast Wars has always been a favorite of mine, as the world of robots disguised as cars began to fade and the rise of robots becoming animals took shape. As my Maximal collection grew, I purchased my first combiners in animal form during the 90s. I was captivated by it, and yet, as I watched the American show to its end, I wondered if they were made up to the sake of marketing or were they cut out of the show. I was wrong. Thanks to the internet, I discovered there was a Beast Wars overseas that had nothing to do with our animal protagonists. Until later on. To this day, I've never watched this show, but what captivated me was not only the intro, but this guy right here, Leo Convoy. Apparently, he's the father to this little guy, who is part of a combiner, which I have to say is pretty cool. Though his design has changed over the years, the C16 to me is my favorite. Then came this, PanguToys Lionface Commander. Now, I have had my eye on this guy for quite some time, I think almost 2 years. And when I went to the Transformers convention, I believe last year, I went to, I think one of the booths that I was hoping that they had on sale, which unfortunately they did not. So, of course, I ended up looking on eBay, and lo and behold, it's actually the 2023 commemorative edition. Who knew? But yeah, so when I looked at this for the first time, I'm thinking to myself, is that really a Transformer? Because it looks like a Gundam. And then when you look down here, when he's in his beast mode, he looks like Liger Zero from Zoids, which, you know, a classic anime if you haven't seen it. But no, I figured that I needed to have him in my collection, and I'm glad I'm stumbled upon him. So we're gonna go ahead and open him up. Okay. Oh, he's so dainty. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh, just look at the little guy. Okay, the lion's head. All right. Loving it. Ball joint and everything. Okay. Of course, you have his tail. All right, with ball joint, that's as far as it can go unless you twist it. All right. Yeah, see, like I said, it to me, it just looks like, you know, Gundam pieces that you have to put together. His weapons, his horn, because I guess he's a lion unicorn. Of course, the traditional, like all primes, they have to have a blaster. So, prime blaster. His valiant sword. Love it. And like I said, just like Gundam, you have your two blasters. And like I said, the horn for his Leo unicorn. But yeah, see, he just has those Gundam features right here compared to the Leo Convoy that I have. But we're gonna go ahead and put him together and show you what he looks like in his full, you know, form. Okay, so I did my best when it came to the cape. I was trying to follow it based on the box, because I don't know if that's the proper way of doing this, but it doesn't seem to be bad. It turned out pretty cool in the end. So minus, the back and all that stuff. I probably need to straighten it, but like I said, it's preference to anybody. If anyone figured out a way to get the cape to work for them, please let me know. But other than that, he's looking fabulous. I was kind of doing this whole pose like, are you not entertained type of thing. So I was trying to go for that. But all in all, he is a excellent figure. And as you can see, he stands pretty well on his own. So I dub him to be well balanced in my perspective. So, but for the most part, I love it. I love the way he looks. To me, he's the perfect size. He doesn't have to be big. He doesn't have to be small. Although if they do come out with a big version of him, I probably would end up getting him. Not gonna lie. But, overall, this guy looks pretty cool. All right, here is the predecessor, Leo Convoy. This is the C16. As you could tell, this was given to me actually by a good friend, Diecast Norbs. You could check him out on his channel. I will leave the description below. Yeah, this was gifted to me. And because, of course, I've always loved the design of Leo Convoy from Beast Wars 2. And so, to me, the reason being is because the look of the lion's face, to me, was as close to the anime as possible. I know there is a new version out there right now that has definitely a more definitive anime look, but to me, this was like, looking at the show in itself. The only flaw is, however, as you can see, his mane is covering his face. So that is definitely a flaw on their half when it comes to the design. So you kind of have to angle him a bit if you want to see his face. But overall, for the most part, I don't mind. I still don't mind the figure. So looking at these two, it's like, father, and then you have the son here. So I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and transform him into his beast mode, and we will look at the two from there. All right, and here he is. We have Lion Face Commander in his beast mode. Yes, to me, there's a lot of space around here. So to me, it is a slight disappointment, but from a distance, or if you, depending on how you angle him, you wouldn't really see it so much. But, you know, and as I said before, this is why it kind of reminds me of the Liger Zero from Zoids, is because of his color and just the way that he is designed, because the Liger has a mane kind of like this. The way that his face is very, I would definitely say more of a square, cubish, you know, type design instead of a more round animalistic type. So that's why when I gazed upon it and stuff, it reminded me of Liger Zero from the stripes and, you know, the curling of the tail. But everything here, the tail can move, of course the guns, and it comes with effects. All right, so let's go ahead and put in his effects. All right, and there you have it. So this is what he looks like. To me, like I said, he looks fabulous. And, you know, I just love the Zoid look when he's a robot. I love his Gundam look. So I love his the regalness that they've done to put him together. Now, comparing him to, of course, C16, you can tell the size variation. And then looking at Leo Convoy here, you can see that, you know, like I said, this has a more animalistic look versus the mechanical robotic look. But either way, I love both figures, and this is a beautiful addition to my collection. All right, I'm gonna add in here Vivasi from the Shattered Glass edition of Transformers, where everything is reversed, where you have where the Autobots are pretty much the bad guys. So here is the comparison between the two. Imagine the adventures that they're going to go have together. I think that's pretty cute. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the cat family. We have Leo Jr. We have Cheetor from the Transmetal edition of Beast Wars. We have Cheetor again when he transforms, when he evolves from his first Transmetal state. And of course, last but not least, hold on, let me make some room here. Of course, Tigerhawk. So as you could see, these guys, this is pretty much my cat collection that I have right here. Compared to all of these guys, of course, Lion Face Commander, he's a good variant size. And he's not too small and he's not too big, but, you know, like I said, compared to all of these, he's a good fit. You know, I don't, again, I wouldn't want him to be too big like Leo here, or too small like Vivasi or Junior here. So to me, by comparison, I would say he's more kind of like Cheetor Transmetal, and I'm fine with that size. So this would be nice. Although, you know, if they do happen to come out with an anniversary and he's a little bigger, that would be cool too. But at the same time, this again, he's adorable. He's perfect. I love him. I just realized as I was putting my cats away, I forgot the biggest cat of all. And that would be Cheetor from Beast Machines. Therefore, now completing my cat collection. I will say this now, with or without the cape, the PanguToys Lion Face Commander is a beautiful figure. And I am so glad and so happy that he is part of my collection. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you check out my playlist with everything that is Transformers. Check out the rest of my channel, from vlogs to reviews to going to theme parks. And again, if you enjoyed this, make sure you click on that like button so that the YouTube algorithms can continue bringing people to see more figurines that I bring out. So until next time guys, this is Nyisha, and I'll see you on another review. Take care.